Today on Forbes, fracker Chris Wright, Trump's energy pick, isn't a climate denier. He's a pragmatist. Over the weekend, President-elect Donald Trump announced he would nominate Chris Wright, CEO of Liberty Energy, as the next Secretary of the U.S. Department of Energy. Wright has been denigrated as a, quote, climate denier. He insists he's anything but. The self-described nerd with a degree in mechanical engineering from MIT did graduate work at UC Berkeley before embarking on a 30-year journey as a successful entrepreneur. He has stated publicly for years his belief that carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas that is no doubt making the atmosphere warmer than it otherwise would be. Where he diverges from conventional thinking is on what to do about it. To Wright, who is 59 years old, using less energy is not an option because humans have proven that we thrive with more. On a video chat he shared last year, he said, quote, "Any negative impact of climate change has been overwhelmed by the benefits of increasing energy consumption." Since World War II, human carbon dioxide emissions have surged. But Wright reasons that during that same period, we've also enjoyed far less disease, refrigeration, air travel, Wi-Fi, air conditioning, all enabled by fossil fuels. 10 days before he was nominated to be the Energy Secretary, he told Forbes, quote, "To make the world a better place, to solve the global problems, you need more reliable, affordable, secure energy. You have to have a successful, wealthy society to do that." And that's true, he says, even if the world has to rely on fossil fuels to get there. In the United States, wind and solar energy now generate 16% of total electricity. But Wright is not a fan of those technologies, in part because they require huge land areas and are intermittent. The wind has to blow and the sun has to shine, which means batteries are needed to store their energy for when it's needed. He doesn't believe they carry a softer societal and environmental footprint. He says that the batteries are dependent on cobalt mines in Congo, while the solar panels are made with what he describes as, quote, slave labor, polysilicon fabrication plants in China. Wind turbines, for their part, with their steel towers, fiberglass blades, and cement bases, are made at plants powered by coal and gas. He says, quote, "All energy production involves trade-offs." Instead, Wright favors energy sources available 24/7, like natural gas, where he has made his fortune, new types of nuclear power, including nuclear fusion, and geothermal energy. He has followed through on this belief by leading Liberty into new territory, investing Liberty's own capital into several long-shot startups that demonstrate his deep interest in scalable, low-carbon energy sources. Wright backed Fervo Energy, which is using fracking to liberate geothermal energy from rocks, with about $10 million of Liberty's capital so far, and helped persuade other venture capitalists, telling them, as he recalls, quote, "Not that it just might work, but is highly likely to work." Also in Liberty's venture capital portfolio is Oklo, which is a new approach to nuclear fission, developing a small-scale, passively cooled, modular nuclear reactor design utilizing fast neutron technology. Liberty put $10 million into Oklo in 2023, and that investment is now worth about $35 million. Liberty's capital is also backing sodium-ion battery developer Natron. Although Wright accepts that carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas, he objects to calling it a pollutant, or regulating it as one. In a video last year, he conceded, quote, "Humans have increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, which amplifies the warming and sea level rise since the world came out of the end of the Little Ice Age. The globe is slowly warming and sea levels are gradually rising, and have been for about 100 years. Wright, a Denver resident and outdoor enthusiast, is a big supporter of the Clean Air Act of 1970 and believes it is entirely correct to consider nitrous oxide, mercury, lead, sulfur dioxide, ground-level ozone, and carbon monoxide as pollutants. He praises sensible regulation of those for reducing bad emissions by 80%. For full coverage, check out Christopher Hellman's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.